and to others who do not go to their families. You don't have to go and explain anything to family members because, first of all, family members are not going to always do what you expect them to do. It's the same thing when I told people, as me being a servant of Jehovah, I'm a Jehovah's Witness. And, sometimes that's very hard to say that, but true. Nobody really offered anything except for to kind of go back through a lot of the resources and information that I'd already looked through, and contacted certain agencies. But then I cannot blame any one of my Christian brothers and sisters about the fact that, I listen at suggestions that the brothers and the elders and mostly anybody who knows me as a Jehovah's Witness. And guess what? I still ran into the same problem where nobody, even if they own property, wants to rent somebody who can't really afford to pay more than maybe $300 or $400 a month, because you're gonna have to pay utilities. You got to eat. So unfortunately, my expectations were just it's human error in thinking like that, and I had to tell myself that even though I don't hate anybody, but I told elders, and when I see them again, I'm gonna have to let them know I am actually living out of my Chevy Impala, and so I was supposed to be in field service today, but I'm not going to be in field service because I'm gonna probably try to get to the meeting on Thursday and Sunday, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to do that. But right now I have a certain amount of money on me just to get some gas and get something to eat. And I didn't even try to go to a place that has a pantry where you can get a hot meal. I just didn't want to go through that because I know you gotta have enough gas in the car to go there. So two of my Christian sisters work for my insurance agent, who is a State Farm agent. So I left a message on his email on State Farm website insurance to let them know where I'm at. And hopefully, like I said, somebody will know somebody who doesn't mind somebody renting a room or something like that. But unfortunately, you can't take that out on people. No matter if you are a member of the church, or in my case, I'm a person who's homeless. I'm a Jehovah's Witness, and my expectations were disappointing because of, like I said, my own thinking and human error. And that's what that means, to have to still put faith and trust in Jehovah, that Jehovah sees the situation. Even though I did lose my temper the other day after going back to the Bishop Cosgrove Center the other day, and I got down there and there was like 9 people waiting to see the intake person. And I called back to the United Way services. I called back to First Call for Help. I called back to Frontline, and I called back to a couple other phone numbers. But again, I left a couple of messages, and 2 of those numbers that I left voice messages was a shelter on the west side, and they never called back. And I stopped at the City Mission, who also said they didn't have anything available. They just had shelter for men and women with families, and they don't have anything else like that. So that was the day before. Yes, that was Monday. That was on the 13th. So I stopped on the way back, and at that point I really broke down and I started crying because I realized that it's a very destitute situation for myself and other people as well. So I pray that all of us will be safe, and I pray that all of us who are servants of Jehovah, that you keep the brothers and sisters informed of what's going on and where you're at, even if you're staying in a vehicle somewhere. And hopefully, if once they know that, you still can't take it out on people who are your brothers and sisters, because they won't offer you a place to stay, or they won't offer you to come room and board someplace where they know somebody who knows someone who will do that for you on your behalf. So it's a very daunting task to deal with. And as you can see, I don't look good at all. I look disheveled. I just did wake up about an hour and 45 minutes ago, and I am really cold. My toes and my feet are cold, and I'm really shaking because I really had to take that one blanket, and I really had to pull that blanket around me just to get to keep warm. And I may have to go and find some place that hands out blankets and stuff today. I don't know if I'm going to find a place like that. I hope I can. I'm going to call around, and I'm going to see if I can get somebody who has blankets and stuff like that, because I can't afford to buy anything else right now. The only thing I can do is just keep some money on hand. And I bought a pizza yesterday, and I got some money. I may be able to get me some of them little donut sticks, and I got some pop. But and I went to Walgreens. I got some of that antibacterial soap and stuff. So it's really hard not to break down now and say I'm really on the brink of wanting to break down and cry, because this is so stressful. And it was so scary that I was waking up finding my feet. My feet were so cold last night that they were numb. And it's only, that I turned the car on because I put some gas in the car yesterday morning at a gas station. So I'm hoping that today will turn out to be better than it did, even though I survived another night living in my car off a street on the east side of Cleveland.